This question is a bit like saying how long's a piece of string, but let me break it down for you to give you some ideas about what types of medications from compounding pharmacies might have what expiry date. We also use a different word, and this is called best use date. It abbreviates to BUD, but essentially they mean the same thing, whether it's expiry date or BUD. It's really the date after which we don't suggest you continue to use your medicine. So key point number one is really about what makes up that compounded formulation that you're using or that you're about to use. So things like the types of ingredients that go in there may have certain expiries on them, and also we call them the excipients or the base, may also vary the expiry date of the product. So for example, if we're making a liquid for a child and it only contains water as the base and the active ingredients inside it as well, well, the regulations say that a water containing product should only have 28 days expiry after being made by a compounding pharmacy. So that's why you'll find most suspensions that contain water are only short. In comparison, a capsule that contains a powder as the filler and the active ingredient doesn't contain water. So basically this means that that expiry date would be 180 days after it's made for you. Keep in mind that these formulations are specifically made for yourself when you need them, so the expiry date starts the day that we make them. Our labels that are on all of the medicines that we provide will always contain the expiry date on it to give you some guidance on that. What will generally mean when comparing us to a commercial manufacturer is because we're custom making the medicine, it may not contain all of the excipients or ingredients or other products that a drug company made mass production drug might. And because of that, even though it's a slightly shorter expiry date, we'll often provide about a month of the medicine just to make sure you're getting the freshest supply each time you receive it, as opposed to a much larger supply which might last you a longer period. The cost doesn't vary so much, but the key thing for us is to know that you're getting the medicine in a timely manner, personally made for yourself, and the expiry date suits the length of medicine or the quantity of medicine that we supply to you. And like I said just before, obviously one of the key things is just to keep an eye on the dispensed medicine. The label will always tell you what the expiry date or the BUD is, and this is our guidance to you about when it should either be ceased or when you do need to reorder your next repeat. So if you've got any questions or you're uncertain about the expiry date of a certain product, you can always get a quote from us and ask what the expiry date is before we make it for you. Or if you receive the product and have any questions, just feel free to give our pharmacist team a call and we can go from there.